All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are prying open the lid on the secret toolkit that, honestly, powers our entire digital world. Yeah, I'm talking about the hidden engine behind everything, from your social feeds to your music playlists.
I mean, you've got to wonder about it, right? You type one, maybe two letters into your phone and damn, the exact contact you were looking for just appears, out of thousands. How on earth does it do that so fast?
Or think about this. Millions of people are clicking like every single second. How does a platform keep all of that straight without just, completely melting down? Well, it looks like magic, but it's actually something way more clever.
Okay, let's get right into it. The answer to all of these puzzles is a really powerful system of organization. And this isn't about just tidying up your desktop. No. This is about building a smart, efficient architecture for information itself.
The big secret, the term developers use, is collections. The best way to think about it is like a professional organizer's toolbox, but for data. These are these highly specialized containers, each one designed to manage groups of digital items with incredible speed. And the best part? They can grow or shrink whenever you need them to.
So, let's pull the first tool out of our kit. This one is for all those times when the order of things is absolutely critical. You know, when item number 1 has to, without a doubt, come before item number 2.
And that tool is called a list. It's basically like a bookshelf. Every single book has a specific, numbered spot on the shelf. You know exactly where everything is, from the first spot to the last. You can even have 2 copies of the same book. With a list, the sequence, that's everything.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Not all lists are the same. On one hand, you've got something called an array list. That's our numbered bookshelf. It's amazing for grabbing any book instantly, as long as you know which spot it's in. But on the other hand, you have a linked list, which is more like a pearl necklace. It's super easy to add a new pearl to the beginning or end of the string, but trying to find a specific pearl right in the middle, well, you've got to check each one by one.
So we've covered order, but what about a totally different kind of problem? What if the most important thing is that you absolutely, positively cannot have any duplicates? For that exact job, we grab a different tool called a set. Think of it like a super exclusive VIP guest list for a party. Your name is either on the list or it's not, period. It cannot appear twice. A set has one job and one job only: to enforce uniqueness.
And just like lists, sets have different styles. A hash set is like a bouncer's clipboard at the door. It's a bit messy, the order doesn't matter, but it is the fastest possible way to check. Is your name on the list? A tree set, though, that's more like a formal, alphabetized seating chart for a fancy dinner. It also makes sure everyone is unique, but it keeps all the names in perfect sorted order.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It tells you the exact moment you'd reach for that more methodical tree set. It's for that specific case where you need 2 things at once: no duplicates and a predictable sorted order.
And here's why that choice is so important in the real world. If you're building a newsletter sign-up form, you just need to make sure you don't get the same email twice, and you need to do it fast. You don't care about alphabetical order. That is a perfect job for a hash set. But a video game leaderboard, the sorted order is the whole point. You need a tree set to keep all the high scores perfectly ranked.
All right, on to the next tool in the kit. Now, this one isn't really about storing things for the long haul. It's all about managing items that are just waiting in line to be processed one right after the other.
This is a queue, and you already know exactly how this works because it's literally a line at a coffee shop. The first person to get in line is the first person to get coffee. First in, first out. It's a whole system designed around fairness and taking things in turn.
So let's watch that first in, first out idea play out, say with a print queue. Okay, so document A goes into the line first, then B, then C. So what gets printed first? Document A, of course. It was first in line. B and C just have to wait their turn. It's simple, it's fair, it's orderly.
But here's the twist. Not all lines are created equal. A standard queue, that's our fair and square coffee shop. First come, first served. But sometimes you need a priority queue, which acts a lot more like an emergency room. It doesn't matter when you got there. The most critical patient is getting seen first. This is exactly what a computer's operating system does, handling urgent background tasks before it bothers with your less important ones.
And now for our final and maybe the most powerful tool of them all.
This one isn't about just a list of things. It's about creating direct, one-to-one connections between pieces of information. We are talking about a map. The easiest way to picture it is a digital address book. A person's name is the unique key, and that key is tied directly to their phone number, which is the value. You use the key, the name, to instantly look up the value, the number. A hash map is like a super fast, if a little chaotic, digital Rolodex. It is absolutely unbeatable for speed when you're looking someone up by their name, but the entries are in no particular order. A tree map, however, that's our perfectly printed, alphabetized phone book. It might be a fraction slower to look things up, but you have a guarantee that every single entry will be sorted perfectly by the key.
And here it is. This is the big aha moment where it all clicks. These are not just abstract computer science ideas. An e-commerce site uses a list to show you products. Your favorite music playlist? That's a linked list, so you can drag and drop songs. That newsletter you signed up for uses a hash set to make sure your email is unique. And that user profile on your favorite app? It's sitting in a hash map, so the app can find you instantly by your user ID. These tools are the literal building blocks of the digital world.
So you see, the incredible speed, the flawless organization of all the software we depend on every day. It's not some kind of digital magic.
It's all about smart design. It's about looking at a problem, really understanding it, and then deliberately choosing the perfect, most efficient tool from the kit to get that job done right.
So now that you can see these hidden patterns everywhere, the lists, the sets, the cues, the maps that structure our digital lives, it brings up a pretty interesting question, doesn't it? How will you organize your world?